Stacy. Today we're going to be talking about puppy care. So this is Bella. She is 7 months now. She's a Yorkie Poodle mix, and she's very hyper, energetic, and she loves giving kisses. That's her favorite thing. I got her from a friend. Her dog, her family dog, had a bunch of puppies, and that's just one of hers. She was 1 month, 4 weeks when I first met her, and I immediately fell in love with her. She was the only one that was coming at me, so I took her in my hands, and she was literally the size of my palm. That's how big she was. So I was like, oh my god, yes, I'm taking her. But then I live in California, so I was thinking, how am I going to take her to LA? But I did my research, and it was possible. Now she's an LA girl, and I had to wait until she was 8 weeks old. I made sure I took her to the vet. The very first day I took her home when she was 5 weeks old, and the vet scared me a little bit. He was like, oh, she's barely 1 pound, and I don't know, you shouldn't have taken her away from her mom, and I feel like a bad mom already. So I was like, okay, well, that's why I'm here. I want to make sure she gets all her shots and she gets the proper care. So he recommended that I should feed her puppy milk, and they send that at Petco or any other places that you can go get it. And it tells you like how old the puppy is, so you buy the proper milk. And then he also said I want to give her some soft food because she had no teeth, and also eventually incorporate hard food because she needs to, I don't know, it helps her something with her teeth and her mouth. So I fed her literally with a bottle here, and she was really good. She was very scared, but she liked it, like, okay, the milk. She liked it better when I mixed it with the soft food. So that was the next meal. And I will really make sure I took the time to feed her 3 times or even 4 times a day. Or I think it was more. But she was really good. She was eating. I just think she was underweight at first because she had the other puppies that were eating more than she was. So that was with her food situation. Then later, little by little, I incorporated the pebbles, just the regular puppy pebbles, the food, and I drain it in warm water, and then I put with milk, and I just let it sit for a little bit, and I would feed her that. And then once she was eating that, I will prepare another tray so I had like my backup food because she was starting to eat a lot more. I also bought, to prepare, I bought a cage just at Petco, but I found that Amazon sells the same one for a lot cheaper, so you should check out Amazon. I go Amazon everything. And then I got her that cage, which was like super big. I don't know exactly what the measurements were. Maybe we can put it down below in the info box. And I had her bed in there, her peen pad, her food, so she was getting used to like her environment because this was not where we're going to stay. This was not going to be her home. So I made that for her, and then after that, when I went home, I had the same setup so she didn't feel so strange to the place. Anyway, she started growing. She was really good. She peed and pooped in the pad most of the time. And then when the time was coming to fly, I was getting nervous. I bought her the carry-on on Walmart. It was just the regular carry-on bag. She loved it. I got her a bed too that was nice and warm because the plane can get cold. And then the day of flying, I decided to take her a shower so she can be like a little bit tired. And she did really good. I didn't have to give her any Benadryl. The vet recommended Benadryl for a long flight because it's 4 hours that we're flying. and I was able to take her with me in the cabin as my carry-on. I had to pay a little bit extra to get her in, and if you're flying, I recommend you to always call the airline, go online, check the information, make sure you know how healthy your dog is, and prepare them in this confined space because it is very small, so they have to be used to that space. Bella was very tiny. She wasn't this size, so she was really comfortable in that bag. And then after that, when we were in the plane, she slept the entire flight. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, is she breathing? Is she okay? But she was totally fine. She was just enjoying her nap. We got to LA and she was happy and excited to get out. She peed outside the pad. She didn't even do any mistakes inside her bed. And that's it. She became a traveling dog. So stay tuned for bigger and better things.